What's happening, man? What's happening, man? It's Trent the Great, man, talking that sport ish, man, and I want to talk about the big news of I think it was yesterday. Well, it's good news anyway. They finally got rid of Bill O'Brien ass from the Houston Texans. It's about damn time, man. So let's just jump off in it, man. As of right now, I think Romeo Cornell is an interim head coach. But this been a long time coming, man. I mean, the moves this dude been making, I mean, just utterly ridiculous. You know, it make no sense, man. You should be like how your mama would look at you. You just do something stupid. She say, "Boy, what's wrong with you? You ain't got no sense." I mean, you know, it just the stuff this man was doing, man. But he was, you know, hey, I mean, they let him do it. I'll put it like this. But he should have been gone. When he made them bonehead moves, I'll talk about them in a minute. But the main thing, I think, is they should have never allowed him to be the GM. You know, they got rid of Rick Smith, who was a pretty decent GM. And they got rid of some other guys, other GM and other personnel in the front office. But it was always something murky about that. But the common denominator was always Bill O'Brien. So his ass was always around when some shit was happening. So he seemed like that kind of cat, man, I'm gonna get rid of everybody and then it's just gonna be me and mine. And now him and his people gone. Well, actually they not. From my understanding, they just fired him. But see, when you get rid of, you supposed to fire everybody when you get rid of the head coach. Get rid of the whole goddamn personnel, the whole coaching staff, and start anew. But the McNabs act like the owners of the McNabs, who are the owners of the Houston Texans, they act like they don't know nothing about football. I'm like, what the hell you doing running a football, or at least owning a franchise, and you ain't gonna hire the right people in there, you know? Anyway, let's get into some of these mistakes this clown Bill O'Brien made, man. He traded Jadeveon Clowney to the Seattle Seahawks for a third rounder. This dude was a first round pick, and he got rid of him for a third rounder. Now he didn't make a whole bunch of sacks all the time, but he was like a big time, big play guy. And I mean, he was worth more than that if you weren't gonna pay the dude. But I guess I want to say he got what he can. I know how the market goes, because once they know that the other NFL teams know that you're desperate to get rid of somebody, they not gonna, you're gonna never get face value for it. You know, like I remember going to the mall and trying to sell a herringbone necklace back in the day. I'm thinking I'm gonna get top dollars, dude. Like, we don't pay face value for it. I'm like, man, this a herringbone. So that's when you learn about how business works. And this clown obviously never learned from some of his moves, such as trading in the trade with the Miami Dolphins. He traded 2 first-round picks for a second-round pick for Laramie Tunsil and Kenny Stills. Now, what sense that make? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you get rid of 2 first-round picks at one, not 2, one second-round pick. I mean, damn. You know, but this is what he does. This is what Bill O'Brien does. This is on his resume. And then probably the biggest boneheaded blunder, not just of the year, probably not even the last 10 years, last quarter century, but of all times, you traded a generational talent known as DeAndre Hopkins, all-world receiver, to the Cardinals for David Johnson, a washed-up running back who's probably on his last leg and probably going to be cut. He might get cut by the end of this year. He definitely going to probably be gone next year. You know, and a second round pick. You know, well, yeah, he got a second round pick, so we give him something on that. I mean, God, you know, it's like, was he trying to sabotage my Texans? You know, was that his plan from the start? I mean, was he mad? I was like this, man. Do he got pictures on anybody, any of them McNails? Yeah, I mean, because did he catch him in a compromising position, or he just, what I really think, he just a straight up con man. You know what I'm saying? Who used his football former relationships, such as because he's from the Belichick tree, working with Belichick, working with Tom Brady, working with the New England Patriots, and working for Mr. Kraft. So that holds a lot. Them dudes there, that whole organization holds a lot of weight. Maybe it might be known as cheaters, but tomato. You know, I mean, but they hold a lot of weight. 6 Super Bowls and 9 tries, at least in the last 20 years. I mean, that's unheard of, you know. So anybody connected with that almost damn near has a job, or at least a better shot at getting a job in the NFL than most people, I would say, you know. So, but the problem is they ain't Bill Belichick. Anybody who's coming like that, a coach, you're not Bill Belichick. Quarterbacks who come from New England, any of them, they not Tom Brady. So, but like I say, maybe you can. They want to roll the dice and take that shot. So I feel them. But to get this clown all that power, to make him the GM, the head coach. I mean, he already was a head coach. He's gonna damn near get Deshaun Watson killed for some of the plays that he's running. But if Deshaun Watson wasn't such a the talent that he is, he probably would have been hurt a long time ago, and career been on the back end, you know. But by him, you know, being able to move, being mobile like that, and using his head and thinking like, hey man, this dude ain't for me. I got to make my own move. You know, he's probably been able to extend his career, and his career will definitely get extended with this booty face ass Bill O'Brien out the damn organization. So, also, what was that? Oh yeah, but back on the DeAndre Hopkins trade. This dude traded DeAndre Hopkins, all world talent, generational talent to me. I mean, receivers come a dime a dozen, but not guys like this. I don't know if it was last season or the season before that, but this dude didn't drop one pass that was thrown to him in the game. Not one. And you get rid of that? Don't want to pay him? But then he took the money that he was going to pay DeAndre Hopkins. I think he paid somebody else, or maybe, yeah, he did. I can't remember exactly who, but he paid somebody else. I think he might have paid some other guys. So he was looking at it like the Belichick formula. Why pay this one guy all this money when I can pay everybody else? But you ain't Belichick. You know what I'm saying? That's what you need to realize. Oh, and at his presser after his release, he said, Bill O'Brien said, and I quote, I tried to do what was best for the organization. You know, did we make mistakes? Yes, we did. Do you notice that? Did y'all catch that? It's I when he did his best, but it's we when we lost. Straight up con man. Straight up con man. I know some it's like that, man. I know cats like that. It's your fault. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna point the blame, you know, doing like my grandma used to always tell me. You point the finger at somebody, but you got 3 more pointing back at you. Well, Bill O'Brien point both fingers, and he got all the other ones, the other 6 pointing back at him. Because he didn't know what the hell he was doing. And as far as the Texans, as far as Bill O'Brien, he wasn't going to, well, they said he couldn't stick around after the loss to the Vikings, even though they started with the Chiefs and the Ravens, probably two of the top 5 teams in the league right now. But that loss to the Vikings starting off 1-4, the boneheaded moves, the fans ran the Ravens, people want his head, and you done con these owners into believing that you was they basically gonna get us where we needed to go. Even though he, you know, I give him credit that we made the playoffs, won the division 4 out of the last 6 years. But hell, that's just constellation prizes to me. Yeah, you won the division, But you got blown out. You gave up a 24, 25-point lead last year to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. 24 points. I cut the damn TV off. I said, I'm going to bed. You know? And it was early in the day. That's how much I was pissed off. But, yeah, reports also say that he lost the team a couple of weeks ago. But bump that. I said he lost the team when he traded Hopkins. When he did that bonehead-ass play to trade DeAndre Hopkins away from the Houston Texans, when him and Deshaun Watson obviously had a connection, and it was best of friends. That's I'm not gonna say that's rare, but you don't hear about it a lot. Where two teammates, like two superstars like that, are really good friends and they get along like that. And they had a special connection. And for him to just say, "Oh, I'm gonna get rid of it because I don't like he bring all his baby mamas around," kind of shit. Racial undertones at its best. Anyway, but I also say like this: blame should go to the owners, the McNairs as well. The owner, former owner, the Bob McNair, his children, and a lot of blame need to go to them. We need to hold their feet to the fire, hold their asses accountable for. Because look, they signed off on them trades. They signed off on letting him go trade DeAndre Hopkins. Because Mr. Kraft wouldn't allow Bill Belichick to trade Tom Brady or cut Tom, whatever, I think trade up, whatever, he wouldn't let him get rid of Tom Brady. He said, nah, I'm putting the kibosh on that. So these clowns in Houston, the McNairs, should have put the kibosh on letting Bill O'Brien trade DeAndre Hopkins. You know? I thought that was fake news when I seen that. You know what? It was almost like when I got rid of the Oilers back in '93. When I never forget, I went shopping with my mama, man, for some jeans. We left at halftime. The Oilers was up like 40-something to 3, 38-3 or something like that. Come back home and they done lost. I said, I'm through with them. I'm sick of them. That's it. That's why I'm on the verge with the Texans. But I ain't gonna quit my Texans though. Because we got a star. We got a superstar, Deshaun Watson. Anyway, but let me end this off, man. McNair said that he learned a lot from his time in Houston. Like what? To be mediocre and make dumbass choices and mistakes, and you just gonna take that on somewhere else? But see, he probably gonna go to college because he can run the whole ship there, and you'll probably get a better chance of winning because you're teaching kids. You go in there and con those people at those schools, whoever run the schools and whatnot, and con them parents that, hey, look, this is what I did. I was the offensive coordinator for Tom Brady. I worked under Bill Belichick. The Texans went to the playoffs 4 out of the last 6 years. But yeah, you traded DeAndre Hopkins, you damn fool. But all that'll get pushed under the bridge. I mean, pushed to the side. Anyway, that's my take on that, man. And I just want to speak on that, man. So I'm Trent the Great, talking that sport-ish, man. Hit that like button and subscribe button and notification bell to let you know when I'm putting them up. You know what I'm saying? I'm Trent the Great, and I am out.